Well, hello there, everybody. You are probably asking yourself, why are they doing a Q&A on a Sunday when they should be out there doing a video?
Well, it's been 108 the whole entire week, so that's reason number one.
And second of all, we have been ultra busy, right?
Ultra busy this week. It's actually been crazy busy. Our heads are spinning, so that's why we decided Q&A.
Yeah, so Q&A time today, and believe it or not, we got 71 questions. We had to stop it at a certain point, so if you were at 72, we didn't get you because we sort of ran out of space. But the very first thing I want to say before we go on, and a lot of people have asked this, how come you guys don't put out a video every week anymore?
Excuse me.
Yeah, that's what I want to say. I'm in here every single week for 3 and 4 days putting videos together. Paula's out going and getting projects for us to do. She does all the stuff with the
Plus, we've been out and about together several times as well.
Yeah, and she of course does the script and all that kind of stuff. So no, we do not put a video out every week. We do put a video out every week, and we have to figure this out. Why a lot of you folks are not seeing us.
So many of you are saying you're not seeing our videos, and I don't quite know what that means.
Yeah.
I know some of you choose not to do notifications, and that's fine, but our channel is out there and we post every single Sunday. So if you don't see a video, go to our channel. They're there.
And honestly, there's only been 2 videos where we did not put our picture on, and that was on purpose. But normally you will see our beautiful faces on every single video. Many
of you say you depend on that.
So. Yeah, so if you depend on looking at our beautiful faces, they're getting a little older every day. But please, I don't know if YouTube. I've already talked about this. Maybe you were unsubscribed because YouTube has done that. YouTube has changed the algorithm a little bit. Maybe you're not getting any kind of a feed from us. Whatever it is, just look for us because you will find us. Unless we tell you in advance, there will be a video on every Sunday.
That's right.
Yeah.
So thank you for that. That was the most important thing out the gate, and that was one of the things we wanted to do the Q&A for. Right. So are you ready to jump into
I'm ready.
The questions?
Question number...
So question number 1, give an update on viewership and how your videos are being received of late. That's from Derek over on Patreon. We did, I think it was the Bellagio video a couple weeks ago where we mentioned that our viewership was down, our numbers were down. Yeah. We're struggling hard to put out really good content. I'll tell you what, all you have to do is do a 5-minute video about the opening of an In-N-Out burger, and you get 20,000
views. A 5-minute video. It took 2 minutes to edit. She was at Bellagio meeting some people, and I saw that I didn't know it was having a grand opening, but I saw that it was, and I texted her and I said, Paul, I think you got to get over to the Boulevard and check it out because I think it's opening today.
And sure enough, it was. So we were just right place, right time, posted it that same night, and oh my gosh, big payoff. So you just have to hit the thing that people are interested in.
Right. And obviously you're not that interested in the Bellagio Conservatory except for you folks.
That core group.
Yeah, we got a core group. So we put that out yesterday. Only 800 views in 4 hours. So we got a little bit bummed out. But then we started to talk to each other and we thought, you know what? We're not actually here for the views. We're here to entertain people and to give you some information and to show you some things that maybe you can't make it to Las Vegas, and we can show them to you.
And so many of you say that you are our armchair travelers, and we're happy to have you with us. So thank you, Derek, for the question. Question 2, we're going to group a whole bunch of you together because it's a variety of questions on the same theme, which is, how did you guys get going on YouTube? And we know some of you that have been with us for years already know this story, but boy, we have a lot more followers than we did way back when we first told it.
Yeah, in case you didn't know, I was an entertainer on the Strip, and I entertained all across the country. When I retired, I was just sitting in my lounge chair going crazy, out of my mind.
Because I was still working.
Yeah, because she was still working, and I was all alone at home. Our son said, why don't you just get a camera, just go out and film it, just try something, see what happens. And I said,
start a YouTube channel.
I never picked up a camera in my life, and so I thought, all right, I'll give it a shot. And I made a vow to myself. I said, I'll give this 1 year, and I'll make sure that I put out one video every week just to be consistent, because that's what he said. You got to be consistent and put out one video a year, and then
a week. I'm sorry,
or a week. Yeah. So tell him what happened. I mean, it took a long time to get 100 subscribers, right?
Yeah. So his first post was in like December of 2018, and he made that commitment for the year 2019. It took us till June to get 100 subscribers.
Yeah.
More than 6 months.
Yeah.
And then I remember distinctly it took us till November and we hit 1,000 and we got monetized. So it almost took a year.
We can finally make $1 or $2 on of it. Yeah, so it almost took a year. A lot of people, it only takes them a couple weeks, you know.
We're slow on the uptake.
We're slow on the uptake. But we are very grateful that we have caught on, because right now we're getting very close to 39,000 subscribers. Yeah.
So that was a question from Jennifer, Andrew, Nicole, and Wade. And then there's a little bit of a twist on that. They're saying, what was our goal at the time and what is our goal now? So I don't know that we had a goal at the time. The goal at the time was to keep you busy.
Yeah, honestly, if you want to know the actual story, she wasn't supposed to be in these.
No, it was supposed to be a hobby for him.
She actually had a full-time job, but we were down at, tell me where we were.
We were at Opportunity Village.
Opportunity Village, and Paula was just walking behind me, and I saw her in the camera because I had the camera put it on, facing me, and I just turned around and I said, "Hey, this is my wife, Paula." I said, "Paula, you got anything you want to tell these nice people?" Guess what? She never stopped talking. And that's why I use that exit in every single video now. "Hey, Paula, anything else you want to tell these nice people?"
I always have something.
Because she always has something else to say.
And, fast forward to 2020 and the bad times, he pointed the camera at me and said, "Cook something." And yeah, we know where that went.
Yeah, she did that. That was totally
I never shut up either.
That was, she did not want to do that. And I said, please do it, because we were during that time when we weren't supposed to be out. And I think a lot of people liked it.
Oh yeah, people loved it. And we did it for years.
But why don't we do it anymore?
No time,
right.
Honestly. We upped our game in terms of quality, and it takes a great deal of time to put these together, and we just don't have time to also do Paula's Kitchen. So, and that was a question actually that came up from Jeffrey on Patreon, and also Annette. So thank you for loving Paula's Kitchen, but I don't think you'll see it except in the Christmas show.
In the Christmas show.
We put a segment in.
And the funny thing about it is I went out and bought lights, and we bought extra cameras.
We have extra cameras.
We have extra cameras to do it. I used 5 lights on that, and we used 4 cameras to film that. I actually got sort of not an award, but I got a, hey, nice job on the lighting for that, didn't I?
Yeah. And I won't say never, but maybe for holiday or something.
Okay.
All right, so next question. This came from Ricky on Facebook. What other Vegas-related YouTube channels do you watch, if any? Do we have favorites?
I don't watch any.
Zero.
Don't watch any YouTube channels at all. We watch Steve Marsh.
We watch Scotland. England. We deliberately do not watch YouTube channels based in Vegas because we do not want to be influenced. We don't want to know what they're doing. We don't want to inadvertently copy what they're doing or also feel bad that we didn't cover something that they did. It's just best if we avoid it.
It's not that we don't know them. We have met a lot of them. We just don't watch their videos. I know that might sound petty, but it's not.
No, it's not.
It's for a reason. Hey, there's something else I watch. There's this guy named Joan Chamorro down in Brazil, and he takes on youngsters into music and turns them into jazz musicians. I have become an absolute addict of this man because these kids, 18, 19, some of these kids are like 11 years old. They are accomplished jazz musicians. I'll put a link down here in case you want to check it out too.
Yeah, he loves that.
I love that channel.
He's been watching that for years.
Yeah, I love that channel.
Jim, sorry, our screen went dark. Jim asked, I always enjoyed the Scotchmas episodes. Be interested in hearing more about how you got into the hobby. So, of course, Dale quit drinking a little while ago. So.
Yeah, by the way, I'm 1 year and 2 months in.
He is. Yeah. Yay, Dale.
Yay.
We actually did a video in Scotchmas called Blame It on the Peat. And that actually was where our love of Scotch started. We were in Scotland. We were in an old historic village.
Village, yeah.
And they had a peat fire in the hut. And yeah, then we went and had a PD dram, and it was
And
amazing.
I'll be honest with you. I never drank scotch before that.
No, you didn't.
No, she did. She actually loved it. But then once I got into that peaty stuff, the stuff that tastes like dirt, I loved it. But as it is right now, first of all, Scotchmas was a big time.
Oh, it was such a time-consuming endeavor. But we also loved it, and we're very proud. We actually go back and binge watch them sometimes in the middle of summer, and they're really worth a watch.
And all the people that did the intros for us, those were so much fun.
Oh, that was fun too.
Yeah, we really loved that.
Coordinating all our guest intros. Yeah.
I think maybe this Christmas we should maybe do an abbreviated version of it, even if I don't drink the scotch. Maybe we can do one or two. Oh, she's going, no,
I'm okay with that. I'm okay on a special event thing. Jim's asking if we have preferences for regions. I'm a Speyside girl, and he's an Isla guy. Yeah. So that's your answer.
Lagavulin. That is some good stuff.
Lafroig, you like all of them.
Yeah. Oh, no, I meant Lafroig, not Lagavulin.
Well, Lagavulin's pretty darn good, too.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
All right, moving on real quick back to Paula's kitchen. Annette is asking, what is Paula's favorite thing to cook or bake? I'm not asking what somebody else's is because it's pie. Well,
somebody say pie?
Somebody say pie?
I don't know, Annette, that I have a favorite. I love to make chicken stir fry. That is one of my all-time favorite go-tos.
Outstanding.
Dale will say my best baking effort is my homemade chocolate frosting on a cake.
You never in your life tasted frosting better than that, and I'm surprised she doesn't get it patented.
So yeah, those are my favorites. All right, well that's the Las Vegas Inside and Out segment. We'll be back in a second.
Bye.
Welcome back. This segment is all about Vegas, Vegas, Vegas. We had a whole bunch of questions about Las Vegas. Let's dive in.
All right, go for it.
So, one for Paula from Jessica. If you could pick a theme for the Bellagio Conservatory, what would it be? Jessica, I'm not kidding. This popped in my head as soon as I read the question. I have no idea where it came from. A farm.
Ooh.
I want to see a tractor, corn stalks, apple crates. I think having like a vegetable farm and maybe, some cute lambs.
That would be very cool.
I think it would be beautiful.
Could I just intersect in here? Intersect? I think they should have done the 250th anniversary this year, but they didn't. That's all I'll say about that, because that's what they pick what they're going to do, but I think they should have done that.
We're not on the design committee.
We're not on the design committee. All right, go ahead.
Also, from Nikki, what has been your favorite conservatory theme? And that popped in my head immediately. A couple years back for spring, they did a teapot theme.
Oh, yeah, that was very cool.
Tea and tulips. Yeah. I loved that. It was beautiful. And at Christmas a few years ago, they did kind of a baking theme where the elves were baking gingerbread with an oven, and I loved that one as well. So I loved both of those. All right, so this is from Barbie. Where is free parking in Vegas when we visit?
Our driveway.
Yeah, that's free.
That's free. No, there are. I think there's 4, right?
There's 4 that we know of.
All right, let me see. You got Circus, TI, Fashion Show, and Sahara.
Yeah.
Sahara.
And notice they're all on the north end. There's nothing on the south end. Of course, if you're a Nevada resident, you're going to get 3 hours free kind of everywhere. And, some of the resorts are doing those bundles, those all-inclusive things, and you're parking.
We're actually thinking of doing a video on that.
Yeah, we've been asked to. But just those 4, that's all we got.
And the Las Vegas sign's free, too. You can park in there for free.
But you can't go anywhere but the sign.
Can't go where but the sign.
You'll get killed by traffic. All right, so this came from a couple people, both Chris and Sergio over on Patreon, asked the same question. If you could bring back only one hotel casino that used to be, what would it be?
Tropicana. Now, if I had a choice of 2, it'd be the Sands and the Tropicana. I absolutely love both of those because I actually got my start at the Sahara because I was in a little show called The Stars of Tomorrow, but I really loved the Tropicana. Just loved it, right?
You always will.
Yeah, I always will.
From Andrew, what is no longer in Vegas that you miss the most?
Lounge acts. real, true lounge acts.
I knew that answer without even asking him.
The lounge acts, the lounge acts that with all that, the ventriloquist and stuff, those guys are playing the main showroom. Those used to be lounge acts. I had an act when I was doing the lounge acts. I did impressions. I played a bunch of instruments. I talked to the audience, the pitter patter and all that stuff. I missed that like you have no idea. Big time people were lounge acts. Don Rickles was a lounge act here in Las Vegas. Pete Barbuti.
Louis Prima was a
lounge act here in Las Vegas. So you can see where I'm going here. That is where the real niche of the entertainment came. And I'll tell you what, you work shows, sometime your last show wasn't until 2 or 3 at night, and you'd go to bed at 8 o'clock in the morning. That's why I sleep in now, because I'm still on that time scale. But yeah, what is it? Lounges. Sorry,
absolutely.
Did I go on a rant there?
No, I knew. You're very passionate about that subject. Eddie, do you ever think that a themed hotel will be built again on the Strip?
No. I don't think so. I think that everything has become so corporate now, and we don't have those individual people that actually own the casinos.
The visionaries.
The visionaries. And I don't think they'll do it. If they do, God bless them, and I hope it works out. But I really don't think they will. I don't know which direction Las Vegas is going in right now. I'm not happy about it, but I have nothing to say. My whole thing is I love Las Vegas. Period. So whatever direction they go,
you're on board.
I'm on board. Yeah.
From Donna on Patreon, what would you suggest for a fun day trip, a destination that would be about a 2-hour drive and have sights along the way? Well, I jumped in on this one because you don't have to go that far, Donna. If you want a total escape from Vegas that's like 40 minutes away, go to Boulder City and spend the day.
What a town.
It's fabulous. There's no gaming. There's fun antique stores, great restaurants, the dam, that great museum in the Boulder Dam Hotel.
Yeah.
You could have a field day in Boulder City. If you want to go a little further?
Yeah, can I say one a little bit further? Kingman, Arizona.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
About 2 hours to get to Kingman.
Yeah, Kingman.
We love Kingman.
It's a beautiful little town. You know the song, Route 66, Kingman, Arizona.
There's a great museum there.
They have a fantastic Route 66 museum down there, and the Dam Bar.
Go to the Dam Bar Steakhouse.
Got to go to the Dam Bar Steakhouse.
Yeah. And then, of course, we've already talked about Laughlin. You could certainly do Laughlin and go spend the day, turn around and go home.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's
Mount Charleston.
Mount Charleston.
Yeah.
Again, from the Strip, 45 minutes, a world away, for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Joe on Patreon. Visiting Vegas is different than living there, I'm sure. How about a day in the life of real Vegas?
Wow, we did a whole weekend on that, didn't we?
We did last year. We did a 4-day weekend where we took you with us. Everything we did, that is our life.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen that, Joe, we talk about what we're doing with the vlog, and we went out to eat, and you went gambling a little bit, and that is our life. Watch that 4-day video.
We actually have a routine.
We do.
Of things we do. Like Monday or Wednesday we go to one place. Tuesdays and Thursdays we go to another place. So we have a routine that we do. It's like any other town.
It is, yeah, and everybody gets in their patterns.
Yeah.
Okay, would love to hear what makes up your perfect day. And that actually came from Jay on Patreon and Laurel on Facebook. What is our perfect day?
Well, I think I just sort of said, we sort of, we have our days set up, don't we?
I think they're asking if we were to go to the Strip for the day.
Oh, go to the Strip for the day.
What would our perfect day be? Like, where would we have dinner? What show would we go to? Things like that. So.
Okay. What do you think?
I would have breakfast at Monami Gabby.
Oh.
That's how I would start.
Yeah, that'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Breakfast at Monami outside.
Yeah, and then I would go sit by the pool.
Yeah.
You know what I miss most of anything moving into this house? I don't have a pool.
Your pool.
I used to go swimming every single day, but I do miss a pool. And as far as shows goes, really we have the Cirque shows are pretty much taking over the Strip, right?
Yeah. We just recently saw MJ1. It's excellent. If you like Cirque shows, that one is superb. I don't know. Maybe if there was some big name at Caesars Coliseum that I'd never seen before, maybe I'd go.
Yeah.
I don't know. Hard to say.
And also, a lot of you don't know, we actually have a theater district here,
At the Smith Center.
At the Smith Center. Yeah, and if you look up the schedule on the Smith Center, you might see something that you would never know that it would be in Las Vegas, and it's at the Smith Center.
We have a Broadway series. We're going to see the Phantom this fall.
Yeah, we're going to see the Phantom. Yeah, we have an actual Broadway series here.
So, yeah, that's a really hard one because there's a million ways to do a perfect day.
Yeah.
So, And someone asked, Laurel asked, what are your musts when you have out-of-town visitors? We let them set the itinerary. We'll do whatever they want.
My brother,
we'll drive them around.
Yeah, my brother and his wife came here, and we said, give us an itinerary, and they did. And we pretty much did everything they wanted in the itinerary.
If they want to go see the Bellagio Conservatory, or if they want to go to Red Rock Canyon, or anything in between, we'll do whatever they want.
Yeah, we might suggest a couple things, that might be interesting to them, but, basically we let people, plan their own trip.
All right, so moving on, William asks if a visitor could only visit one restaurant in Vegas for breakfast and lunch and dinner. So I fielded this one because food is my thing.
Yeah, well, let you have this one.
I already told you, breakfast, Mon Ami Gabby at the Paris.
Okay.
Lunch, a pool cafe at either Bellagio, the Palazzo, or the Fontainebleau. They're all wonderful. Al fresco dining by the pool is ideal, and they always have just great lunch choices. And then dinner by the fountains of Bellagio. Pick Spago, pick Jasmine, pick Prime, pick anything you want. Yeah, and any of the above. Just sit by the fountains.
I agree with all those.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, moving on. What is...
you're not going to believe this one.
This is from Barb on Facebook. What is your absolute favorite restaurant or buffet in Las Vegas?
Longhorn Steakhouse.
True story.
True story.
We finally got a Longhorn.
We finally got a Longhorn, and it's more on the other side of town.
Way over in
east side of town. It's like going on a little vacation to get there. But the people in there are wonderful, and I'm telling you what, the food is fantastic. We've never had a bad steak in there, and we've always had good conversation, and we can get out of there under $100.
We've been going there for months now, ever since they opened late last summer. So Longhorn Steakhouse, you got it. You heard it here first.
Yeah, you heard it here first.
All right, Nikki is asking a specific question. What is the best place for breakfast at Caesars? Go to Pronto by Giada.
Yeah.
Have a breakfast sandwich, and then get a lemon ricotta cookie.
Well, there you go. That's pretty specific.
That's pretty specific. Donna, have you ever been to any of the dinner shows?
Yeah.
Yeah, we went to Delilah.
Delilah, yeah. In fact, it was one of you guys that took us there, right?
Yes, our patron friends from Ohio took us, yes.
And I'll tell you what.
Andy and Megan.
It was fantastic. You weren't allowed to film in there, weren't allowed to take pictures or anything, but the food was fantastic, and the show was really unbelievable. Not an actual lounge show like I was talking about, but they get up there and they sing and stuff like that, and it was very entertaining.
It's a supper club
type
thing.
It's a supper club,
and it's quite a long experience.
Yeah.
Expect to spend 2 hours, and it's quite pricey.
Yeah, they're 2-hour seating things. So once you're in there, nobody else walks in there, and so it's basically just for you guys. Yeah.
Quite pricey, but it's an elegant evening for sure. Last one in this section. In your true opinion, do you like or enjoy today's Las Vegas compared to in the past? That's from Patty.
No. There you go. Bottom line, no, I don't.
Dale grouses about Vegas a lot, and you've probably heard him.
I've not only groused, but I've cried over it.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah, I have. I am not for this, all these companies owning everything. I think it really has taken away from Las Vegas. Costs too much money. I'm sick of paying for parking. I'm hoping that these new guys that are buying in are going to change some of that and maybe bring back some of the old Las Vegas.
Yeah, we're optimistic. We'll see.
Okay.
We'll be right back.
Drango Dale here to tell you all about Cousin Dale and Cousin Paul's sweatshop. Spread shop, where they sell all their merchandise. They've got t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, hats, mugs, magnets, even stickers. What are you going to do with the sticker? Anyway, they've even got the cutest little teddy bears that you could cuddle up to, just like this beautiful little lady's cuddling up. They are just absolutely amazing. And they also got a Durango Dale t-shirt with my picture on it. This sale starts the 23rd through the 30th of June, and you all, just mention my name, will get 20% off. Even if you don't mention my name, you're going to get 20% off. Okay, no code needed. Happy birthday, America. We'll see y'all on the next time. Enjoy the rest of the question and answer thing. I'll tell you what, I hear Dale even cries during this thing. This is so good. I love every bit of it.
All right, segment number 3, let's talk about travel for a moment. We got a question from Melissa. When are we going to make good on our trip to Virginia City? And Russell, when are we going to Tucson, aka Tombstone?
But basically, both the same thing. Yeah, I mean,
we keep promising.
We keep
never
promising
deliver.
that we don't deliver. Okay. Let's just get to the meat of the matter. I was diagnosed with, I don't believe the diagnosis, so I won't even say what it is, but it makes it a little bit hard for me. I have a little, dizzy problem, vertigo, that kind of stuff. I could feel absolutely like 100% like I did when we went to California. I felt 100% on that trip, and we drove down there, we filmed it, we had a good time. But you just don't know what's going to happen. And then all of a sudden we'd have to cancel the trip. So I really, really desperately want to get up to Virginia City. My great-grandfather mined in the Comstock lode up there. We want to get back to Tombstone because we love the Wyatt Earp story with Doc Holliday and all those folks. And I promise you that within maybe this year we're going to get down there, maybe in the fall.
Yeah.
Okay? I mean, I don't promise you. I'm giving you... we are thinking about doing it in the fall. Yeah, I'll say that.
Okay. When the weather cools down.
Yeah, when the weather cools down.
Joan asks, other than visiting California, do you have other favorite vacation spots? Yeah, the two we just
Yeah, we just said it. Yeah. I'll tell you, I tell you where I really want to go, and I have not been back there in 20 years. Canada. The last time I was in Canada is when they buried my father. Now here's a story I'm going to tell you. During that time period, when we don't talk about that time period, my mother was ailing very, very much, and I was not allowed to see her. She passed away. I was not allowed to go to the funeral of her. She's buried in Canada. I've never seen her gravesite in Canada. I really need to get up there just to have closure on that, to say goodbye to my mother, and of course all my family that's up there in Canada. I got a cousin up there. I told you about him before. He does a YouTube channel. He raises chickens and horses and all kinds of stuff. He's really like, what'd you call him, a Renaissance man?
He is a Renaissance man.
So when my brother he was telling me, you got to please come up to Canada this summer. And so we're really thinking about it. But like I said, it's the same problem of like going to Tucson or Virginia City. I still have that same problem. I really want to get up there because, first of all, my cousin says he wants to collab. How we can collab chickens, horses, and a farm with Las Vegas, I don't know. But
You'll figure it out.
We'll figure something out. And when I put him and me on camera together, that's historical.
Well, first of all, it will be clear that you are related.
Oh, yeah, we're very related.
When you look at the two faces side by side. Well, that was actually a question from Jeffrey on Patreon. So, Jeffrey, we just answered your question about other big trips. All right, let's go back a little bit. Kent, Paula, you said you have family in Colorado. Where are they from, and do we go see them? They live north of Denver. It's my brother. We haven't been back there since 2012 when their kids were really little.
But they came here.
They came here for Thanksgiving, though, so we got to see them just a few months ago. We absolutely love Colorado. We just haven't gotten over that way in a while. And from Mindy, Ohio here. Hey, Mindy. Do we ever long for the Midwest? It sounds like you're thinking about moving west, but worrying about trading the green for the brown. Yeah. Particularly in autumn, I'd say. I miss the autumn color and that kind of thing.
I miss doing county fairs. Believe it or not, I was one of those kind of guys that had an act that was good for a county fair. And not only that, here's something you guys probably didn't know. I was an MC for 10 years or 15.
Oh, yeah, at least 15, a dozen, maybe, yeah.
Maybe 12 or 15 years for the Miss America pageant.
A preliminary
Miss America pageants. I would go around to all the little towns that had the preliminary Miss America pageants, and I was the MC for them. I did that for years.
Yes, you
did.
Yes,
and then, and to coincide with that, there would always be a county fair or something there, and then I'd go and do my banjo stick. Yeah.
So yeah, there are definitely things we miss. I miss Cedar Point. I miss craft fairs in the woods.
Oh, yeah.
I was a big crafter when I was younger.
Nothing like going out. Well, you and I went to one. What was that? Where the smell of the
Yankee Peddler
Festival in Ohio.
Ohio might
wow.
know.
Well, if you live in that area, if you've never been there, I don't even know if they still do it. Yankee Peddler.
It was worth it for the hot dog over there.
Oh, absolutely.
So, yeah, clearly there are things about Ohio that I definitely miss. All right. So, David and actually Jessica are asking a similar question. If you could visit anywhere in the world for a week, where would you go?
Scotland.
And Jessica is saying, if it's new to both of you, where would you go?
Oh, new to both of me. Well, Scotland, I want to go back.
We got cheated out of our return trip to Scotland, and we still would love to go.
But if you were to tell me a new place that I'd want to go to, I really want to go to Japan. Yeah, and if it isn't, if not only Japan but also Switzerland, those are two things on my bucket list that I really want to go see.
Yep, and as for Scotland, just off topic for a moment, but has anyone been watching Scotland and the Scottish people in Boston for the Soccer World Cup? I have loved all the footage of the Tartan Army.
And in the same vein, the Japanese that have come here, they clean up after themselves.
Yeah, you were telling me they cleaned up the stadium.
Wow. And everybody that has come to America for this event has absolutely come away with "I love America."
And we are thrilled by that. They're
Absolutely
actually
thrilled.
meeting real Americans, and they're loving it, and we're loving them back.
Yes, it makes you very, very proud to live here.
All right, you guys, personal stuff coming next. All
You
right.
should see us behind the scenes here.
All right, friends, we are back with a whole host of personal questions, some for me, some for you, and some for both of us.
Okay.
So let's take Dale first. Russell on Patreon is saying, what caused Dale to retire from show business?
Okay. I don't know if I've told this story before, but it's a very sad story. I'll make it as brief as I can. Our niece passed away. She was going to be buried in Canada. I needed 3 days off. I needed a day to travel. I needed a day for the funeral. I needed a day to get back. That's all I asked for was 3 days off. And somebody from that company called me up on the phone and said some very nasty things to me. And I said to Paula, we have to get my stuff out of there because I am never working front of the house in Las Vegas again. It changed my life, did it not?
And it caused him to slam the door.
It caused me to
Literally,
slam the door.
on performing in the lounges.
And I won't say personally, if you want to come up to me and you want me to tell you the story, I'll tell you the whole story because it's not a pretty one. But I did still do back of house stuff. I did a lot of weddings.
Private things.
Private things. I did a lot of weddings and things like that. And the strange thing was, not too long after I left there, they called me up and asked me back
2 weeks later.
because people were asking, where's the guy that
Dale?
does the banjo? Where's the guy that does the Neil Diamond impersonations? We want that guy back. They even asked me at down, what was the place we did? Plaza. Yeah, the Plaza Hotel said, hey, we'll give you the showroom and if you can bring everybody in, we can open it for you. And it has become, it was a burn my side, and it's something that ruined my life and changed my life 100%. And there you go. That's why I don't perform live anymore. So that's, I'm going to get all emotional about that because you know what? I miss it. Something terrible. That's a fact right there. Okay.
It was his life.
It was my life.
And he substituted YouTube.
I substituted
but it
YouTube.
is a substitution. Yeah.
Okay.
Laurel asked, when did your love of the California coast start? About a month after
Because of
event,
this. Because
actually.
when this happened, I told Paula, all you and I have done is work our whole entire lives. We have never gotten in the car and driven to California. Now, here's another story I'm going to tell you. And I probably shouldn't be telling you this one either. Our first time we went to California, Paula had to take time off from work. In fact, you took a leave, right?
Yeah, I did.
So that we could go to California together and be together. The very first place we went to was Disneyland. Never been there in my life. Never been there again, Disneyland. But we walked in the door, and now mind you, our niece had passed away. I lost my job. I was as depressed as any person could possibly be. I'm standing in Disneyland, just looking at everything, and absolutely in awe, totally in awe. One of the cast characters, what do they call them?
Cast members.
Cast members comes up to me and says, hey, is there anything I can do for you? And tears are rolling down my face, and I'm going, this is the most beautiful place I've ever seen in my life. I said, everybody's so nice here. And he said, well, I tell you what, you have a magical day. And I lost it.
He still loses it talking about it, and that happened in 2004.
The Disney people, I don't care what people say about it, but for me, and I've never been back. I'll tell you why. I'd never want to ruin that. I'd never want to ruin that moment. Ever again.
I've been back with the granddaughter, but he has not, and he's kind of doing it on purpose.
Yeah, I'll never be, because I will always remember that moment. I will always remember that cast person, and they said it so kindly and gently that, as you can see. Let's move on. Okay.
Well, all right. So
let's go to a different one. Don't do that one yet.
Don't do that one right now?
Yeah,
Okay.
not right now.
So Sherry is saying, Dale, do a vlog on your lounge career, and they're asking a lot of questions about that. We're kind of trying to handle that through Dale's Tales a little bit, and that's not something we can go into in this.
Yeah,
in this
I don't know how many people are interested in that because it has to do with Las Vegas, but we will do a Dale's Tale here in just a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so this is one from Joe. Dale, when you visited Laughlin, you didn't stop at the Riverside. Don Laughlin was really into music. Did you know Don or play Laughlin?
No, I did not. I never. I was asked to play it when it wasn't the.
It was the Flamingo Hilton.
It was the Flamingo Hilton.
Yeah.
But conflict of times, I didn't get play there. But no, I never played Laughlin. No, and never met him. And reason why we didn't do there is we actually stayed at the. Where did we stay when we were there?
Yeah, we stayed at the Aquarius, which is next door to the Riverside.
We drove by and talked about it.
We talked about it.
There's so many hotels down there. It'd be lovely to stay in each one of them and do a video on.
We didn't go in any of them.
Yeah, we didn't go in any of them.
We kind of covered the river and the dam and other stuff.
Yeah.
Other stuff. Yeah. Vince is asking, did Dale ever get his Gretsch Country Gentleman or his White Falcon?
No, can I tell you that's one of those things that I just agonized over my whole entire life. You know, when I won all that money, I won like $7,000 here before, and I told Paul, I said I could buy that Gretsch now.
You could go pay cash for it.
And we didn't. I didn't do it because I have not, and I'll be honest, I'm going to get misty about this. I've not picked up a guitar in 5 years. It's just YouTube has taken over my life, and I'm one of those kind of people that it's like golfers. You know, if you're into golf, you golf all the time. I'm into YouTube. I YouTube all the time. When I'm not YouTubing, I'm looking at YouTube.
You're watching YouTube.
I'm watching YouTube.
True story.
To tell me different things that I can learn. In my videos that I do, I call them Easter eggs. I put all this fancy stuff into our videos, and I'll sit there for hours. And if one thing is wrong, I'll go back in there and change it. Am I right?
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
I am absolutely passionate about making the best videos we can. And this is what's killing me when people are saying, "Well, you're not putting videos out." Yeah,
because you're spending your life.
I'm spending my life in this room that you're sitting here. I spend 3 and 4 days solid, sometimes 16 hours a day, putting these videos together because I'm a perfectionist. And Paula sits there writing the script. She goes out and films. There's a reason why I don't go filming with her either. And I don't know if we'll tell that in this story, but maybe we should. But anyway, that's basically it, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Sorry. She told me don't get long-winded.
We have too many questions.
Yeah, we have too many questions.
And we're being very long-winded on everything. Lauren is asking, would you ever write a book, Dale's Tales, the extended version?
You bet. I would love to. Yeah, I would love to.
He's been talking about that for many years, actually. His life has been quite interesting.
I have so many stories, and I have some really nasty stories, too, to tell you about.
It's not all glossy.
No, the show business that I did, you know the show business that you see, the big stars and all that stuff? They've got stories to tell, too. But us little guys who worked the lounges and trudged and did 6 days a week, and then on your 7th day you went and did someplace else and did a show, that was some of the hardest times of my life. And I actually got sick on it and ended up in a wheelchair for 2 years because I passed out going on stage, and it turned out I actually caught a disease from working that hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm telling too many things.
You are.
I'm telling. Oh,
you are.
I'm telling too many things.
I heard someone mention Dale's Tales. Ding, 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 ding. How about we have one?
Let's do that right now. All right. This Dale's Tales really does not have anything about me performing in front of a public or anything like that, or doing a lounge show or doing any kind of shows. This is when I first came to Las Vegas. Now, a lot of you know, maybe a lot of you don't know, I was married before. And my ex-wife, who still lives here, I believe, her sister was living here as well with her husband. She worked for a doctor here in Las Vegas. Now, there was a Dr. Lonnie Hammergram. You probably heard of him. He was famous. He was one of our assistant governors or something here in Las Vegas. Anyway, every single year, he did a thing called the Doctor's Gong Show. So he would have all the doctors would come in from all over Las Vegas, and they would do an act. Okay. This doctor that she worked for said, would you help me do an act? So we worked up an act. It was to this song, The Spaniard That Blighted My Life. And it's an old song that Al Jolson and Bing Crosby used to do together. And I absolutely love that song. I used to do it on the banjo. So we rehearsed. We rehearsed for 4 solid weeks. We had the thing down to the T. It was perfect. We get to the place. We get to Lonnie Hammergram's house. He's a guy who bought a couple houses around him. He just filled it with all kinds of memorabilia, stuff from Egypt. He had stages set up for stages that were from Las Vegas. Everybody who was anybody in Las Vegas went to that party. We get up on stage to start singing it. I start playing the guitar and singing it. The Spaniard That Blighted My Life. He froze. He absolutely froze solid. He stood there. He wouldn't, nothing came out of his mouth. He was just like that. And I'm going like this, trying to get him to sing. Now, mind you, I was a professional performer at the time, and all these people are in the stage, and I'm thinking, here's my big shot where I can show off some of my talents that I do. And I didn't do it. So guess what? We got the gong. That was it. So that's my story. One of my stories when I came here. The other thing that was interesting about that show, like I said, everybody who's anybody was there. Lola Falana just opens the door and comes walking in while we're just sitting there talking and yammering. That was my very first experience about being social in Las Vegas. All right, let's get back to the video.
Dale's Tales. We need to do more of those.
Yeah, that wasn't really about me performing, but that was kind of interesting about that doctor anyway. Yeah.
I love that story, actually. And then that song plays on repeat in my head for days afterwards when I think about it. All right, so this section is also some personal stuff. We have a few questions specifically for me. So let's jump in. Sandra on Patreon is asking, wants to know more about Paula's days before Las Vegas Inside and Out. Just real briefly, I actually majored in food chemistry in college, and I thought I was going to work for Green Giant or Kellogg's or something, and that didn't materialize. But I did have a strong chemistry background, so I actually ended up working for a paint company, automotive paints. They make paint for all the big Detroit auto manufacturers as well as the foreign ones. And I did some lab work for those folks. That's where I was involved in that patent that Dale has talked about in the past. I didn't do that for too long before I jumped over into computers, and it was in the 1980s. They were just kind of getting off the ground. We didn't have PCs per se. We had mainframes. Yeah. But yeah, I got in on the ground floor and just kind of learned computers, and I did information technology pretty much the rest of my career in a variety of industries, including the casinos.
Yeah, casinos as well, yeah.
Yeah. So, and it suits me perfectly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. Nicole wants to know, what was a typical workday for Paula when I worked at Luxor? So it was a part of Mandalay Resort Group at the time. It was in the early 2000s, before they merged with MGM Mirage. And I was in the IT group at Luxor, and I was in the marketing side of things. So we were looking at your loyalty account, your loyalty cards, and the perks that you get for your play and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, those were the systems that I supported for the most part. My days were interesting. I used to take a walk every day. I used to walk to Shark Reef and back on my lunch hour, like for a fitness walk, which was really, that was a fun thing to do. I used to just do that to, get away from my desk for a little bit. What's the best part about me working at Luxor Till?
Well, because I worked at the Western Hoe, and when she was done with her job, she came and saw my last set, helped me tear down, and then we both went home together in different cars or went out to eat, right?
I didn't think that was what he was going to say. I thought he was going to say...
No, the best part of her working at Luxor,
yeah,
I get to go down at lunchtime sometimes and see her at the pool.
I worked right next to the pool.
Right next to the pool. With all the girls in the bikinis.
And he'd be ogling everybody while we were eating our fruit salad.
I'm not an ogler. It was just, they just happened to be there and my eye just caught them.
What are you going to do?
Yeah, I can't help it. It's not my fault.
You're a guy.
It's not my fault.
Russell asks, am I still doing any type of work in my old employer? Yeah, I think I've said before I retired. And then like 2 months later, I went back as a consultant. So I do still work part-time on a consulting basis. The money is nice. Well,
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Yeah, we'll take it.
Yeah. Joan is asking, what does Paula do while you go play Keno? Does Paula ever gamble?
No, my goodness,
No.
no. No, she hates it. She absolutely hates it.
I'm not a fan.
To play Keno is to sit there while someone's playing Keno is one of the most boring things. So we got to the point where I said, Paula, you don't have to sit here anymore. So what she would do is work on the vlog. Yeah.
Well, you're talking past tense.
Yeah.
That is still the case.
Yeah.
I will bring the laptop with me if I'm working on research or a script or cataloging clips. I will just bring it with me. If I don't have that work to do, he likes me to be there. He likes the company. So I just play with my phone, answer comments, do that kind of thing. So, but no, I do not play. It doesn't really interest me. Then she says, does Paula ever go out with the girls? We have no girls.
We have no friends.
Yeah, I don't have
that
any
sounds
girls.
terrible. It sounds like we're just
the way it is.
awful. We just have no friends here in Las Vegas.
Each other.
Yeah, just her and I. And I'm, she's getting sick of me. So.
All right. So, other personal questions. We had several of you, Linda, Melissa, Michelle, and Allison, are asking, how's the daughter-in-law? How are the kids? Coming along fine, recovering at home and, making the most of life and, keeping busy, handling it.
Actually, our son and our granddaughter are going to Japan.
Yeah, taking a vacation. So
And
we're happy
and
for
the daughter-in-law is going to go to Florida to stay with her
them. Stay
parents.
with their folks. So they're in fact, Mikey's mom took her to Florida for the first time, her first plane ride in April. And so, they're getting around and they're doing well. Thank you for asking and caring. That's
that was very
kind.
nice.
Yeah.
Thank you. Now, I think we're just pretty much wrapping it up, right?
We are. This is the end of it. Yeah.
I just want to say one thing that I want to introduce you fine folks to a wonderful, wonderful guy who is a musician in Tennessee. We have become good friends. He and his
magically
good friends. Yes, we just had them over to our house yesterday. We spent 4 hours together. He's got several songs coming out, and on July 4th, he's going to be at the Opry, Grand Ole Opry, live. His name is Dean Miller. If you're looking for anything to watch on July 4th, go check out Dean Miller. He's amazing, right?
Yes, and he just recently put out and is promoting heavily on all his socials an awesome country rock song called The Hammer Going Down. So go check out The Hammer Going Down wherever you get your streaming music.
And also on the July 4th, he's introducing another song. He has 10 songs coming out as an album later on during the year, but on July 4th he's got another song. And his girlfriend, oh my gosh,
Sandra,
she is so gorgeous,
such the most classy, wonderful woman. I could talk to her all day.
She is so nice. And
wait, I have to tell you a story.
Uh-oh.
We're talking to them yesterday. They're staying at the Wynn.
Oh, this is great.
Sandra is doing laps in the pool in the morning before they came over to our house. There's a lady in like safari gear with a hawk on her arm. So Sandra goes up and asks her, okay, what is this? It's, 107 degrees outside or whatever. It turns out the Wynn employs this company
falconry
to bring in hawks to discourage birds from being around the pool deck. Who New.
They've been doing this since 2019. If I had known this, I would have done a story on
Because
this.
I think it's fascinating. You never think, why don't we have pigeons and birds and like messy bird stuff around our exterior places on the Strip? That's why. Fascinating stuff. There's always something amazing to learn about Las Vegas and
All
how
right.
it works.
So check out Dean Miller. By the way, his father is Roger Miller, who had all kinds of hits back in the 60s, right?
60s and 70s.
60s and 70s.
King of the Road.
King of the Road.
And all kinds of dang me.
And
I love that one.
he is a terrific human being, and I'll tell you, this girlfriend.
Oh, they talk music. Yeppity, yeppity, yeppity.
And you know what? We have so much in common.
It's scary.
It's very scary.
Common.
All right. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification button. Paula, is there anything else you want to tell these nice people?
I am talked out. Thank you for hanging with us. This was a marathon.
Hope you had a good time. We'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.
everyone.
Done. Wow.